Hello guys, I'm back with another unboxing, and this one's gonna be a big one. I waited literally as long as I could because I am just so excited to open these boxes. Okay. So as always, I'll do the smaller packages first and then move on to the bigger ones, like the boxes and stuff. So I'm gonna do these first, the ones that have probably like one book in there. So first book. And before I start, I'm just gonna say I don't remember most of the books that I ordered. So this has been like the last like 2-ish months of me buying books and just keeping all the packages. So it's gonna be a surprise for all of us. So the first book is Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. This one, oh, I see some dragons. That's always a good sign. So this is the first book in a new high fantasy series. This one I'm honestly not too sure about, but I have seen a lot of people recommending it. I just love the details on the page. It'll be interesting. I know a lot of people love this book too, and that's why I bought it, because if it has dragons and a lot of people love it and it's fantasy, I'll probably read it. I don't know if there's romance in it either. I'm thinking that there is, but we will see. Second one is At First Bite by Olivia Dade. This one, I think they're like neighbors and they don't like each other, I think. So it says her ex-fiance's home is attached to hers, and then there's a doctor, which is, he's uptight and judgy. So it looks like it's her ex-fiance's brother that might be the new romance. I think this is going to be a series. It says a Harlot's Bay novel. Next one. Maybe. This is not a new release, but I've been dying to read this because I love this author, and this is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is her YA novel. It's about Liz and Wes, and the second one, Nothing Like the Movies, I think is what it's called. That one comes out this fall. So I want to read this before that one comes out, and I heard that everyone loves this book. This is like, I feel like her top raved about book that she has, and I've loved every single Lynn Painter book that I bought or I've read. Her books are always just so fun. Another Lynn Painter book. This is Happily Never After. This is her newest release. Their name, the objectors, their job to break up weddings as hired, their dilemma, they just might be in love with each other. It's very short, so I feel like it'll just be like a fun little romance to read, especially because it's Lynn Painter, so I'll probably enjoy it. This one I kind of bought just on a whim. I saw Barnes & Noble, like they sent an email, and this was like their March book of the month. I think it was March, maybe April, I don't remember. But it's Compass and Blade by Rachel Greenlaw. This one says, this world of sea and storm runs deep with bargains and blood. So Mira is a wrecker, one of the 7 on the rope who swim out to plunder shipwrecks. So she's supposed to rescue survivors. So someone lays a trap to arrest her father, so she has to try and save him, it sounds like. Ooh, this one's heavy. This one is At Last Sight by Julie Johnson. This is actually the second book. I have the first one. So this is the first one, Bad Luck Charm, and then the second one, At Last Sight. I have not read this one, but the covers just intrigued me, and I love these covers. They are witches, I believe, so these would be perfect to read during the fall, like Halloween-ish time. I feel like I should have read the first one before I bought this one, but I just love this pink cover. That's why I bought it, but I'm sure I'll like it because even though it's kind of long for like a witchy fun romance, but maybe I'll like it. So now we're gonna move on to these. A Fragile Enchantment by Allison Saft. This one I believe is a YA, yeah, so it was the YA book club from Barnes & Noble. This is their exclusive edition. So it says a Regency England inspired fantasy world. It's a sweeping romance threaded with intrigued, unforgettable characters and a love story for the ages. So I'm not sure if this is a series. If it's going to be a series, I'm not sure. But the book is absolutely beautiful. It's like shiny. It has that on the spine. And then that's the inside. It's very pretty. This one is Saving Six by Chloe Walsh. This is the third book in the series. Yeah, so it's Binding 13, Keeping 13, Saving 6, Redeeming 6, and then Taming 7 just came out like last week, I think it was. But I am hopefully starting the series soon. At least I want to. And it's also on Kindle Unlimited. But this one is about Joey and Aoife. Aoife? A-O-I-F-E. I don't know how you pronounce it, but these are just like rugby players and everyone loves the series, I feel like. Another hardcover. I feel like I have a lot of hardcovers in this haul. This one is Where the Dark Stands Still by A.B. Poranek. This is also the YA Book Club exclusive edition. But this one is super pretty. There's so much detail on here. This one, I think it's supposed to be kind of like Beauty and the Beast retelling almost, or like it's a spin-off of Beauty and the Beast. She flees from her small village and delves into the dangerous demon-infested spirit wood to seal a mythical fern flower. If she plucks it, she can use its one wish to banish her powers. She's trapped by the demon warden of the wood called the Leslie, and then she has to make a bargain with him. I just saw that some people were kind of comparing it to Beauty and the Beast, and I love Beauty and the Beast. It's like one of my favorite Disney movies. Another hardcover. This one is The Veiled Kingdom by Holly Renee. I've been seeing this all over my TikTok. This is a new fantasy romance series. It ignites the pages with relentless danger, forbidden passion, and the intoxicating allure of enemies to lovers. And I love enemies to lovers, especially in a fantasy. So that already is intriguing to me, and I will end up buying it and reading it. And it has like these type of pages, like kind of like what Lauren Asher does. I love when they have that. And there's different prints in here. I'm not sure if this is only in the exclusive edition or not. Yeah, there's little art prints. That's fun. But I'm excited to read this. Especially for fantasy, I try to go in blind when I'm reading books because I don't like to have any chance of spoiling anything for myself. So that's why I'm not going into a lot of detail because I don't know much about it. But yeah, this one I know is enemies to lovers, romantasy, and that already is enough for me. Okay, here's Taming 7. So I should have Redeeming 6 somewhere. I think I bought all of them. This is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. It got all bent, which is lovely. This one, this is the exclusive edition. I'm not sure what's different than the normal one. But I was really excited to read this, and then I read that you should read Yours Truly, or no, Part of Your World, and then Yours Truly, and then this one to make the experience better. You can read this as a standalone though, but I personally will probably start with Part of Your World and then make my way through her books because for somehow they're related. I don't know. I'm not sure how that is, but that's just what Abby suggests. This one feels heavy. Oh my gosh, this is a big book. Here's Redeeming Six. So this is the 4th one. So this one comes before Taming 7 that just came out. I forgot I bought this. The Once Upon a Broken Heart series by Stephanie Garber. I've been buying the UK covers and also the US version once they come out in paperback. And this is the US version in the paperback. It has a purple spine. I believe A Curse for True Love, the 3rd book in that series, the paperback comes out like next year. So I will, after that one, I'll have the whole series. And then also A Curse for True Love in the UK paperback comes out in June, I think. And I already have that pre-ordered because I love those covers and it's a really pretty color. I just love it. This one is One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. I've never read a book by her, but this one, it's like modern day Manhattan, but it takes place with witches and is it vampires or is it just witches? This one also has art prints in it, which is really pretty. I know the hardcover had that, so I'm glad they kept that in here because I waited till it came out in paperback. But I think, are they witches and vampires? I don't know. But no, they're 2 witch families. I don't know why I'm thinking vampires, but it's 2 rival witch families. And I think, is this a romance? I don't know anything about it. So this one, I bought this through a, it was, what am I trying to say? Sarah Adams did like a, I don't know what the word is, but it was through a book seller. I think it's called, yeah, the Bookshop in Nashville. And if you signed up, you got a signed copy from her. And if you guys have watched my channel before, you know I love Sarah Adams. So obviously I'm going to do that because it's Sarah Adams. But it comes with a sticker that says Los Angeles Sharks. And then this is also a bookmark. And it's like a ticket for the Los Angeles Sharks game. And then it also has this keychain that says N+D. And it's like an ice cream cone. But I thought that was really cute. And I love Sarah Adams so much. So it's so special to have a signed book by her because I just love her. We're getting down there. Another hardcover. I never buy this many hardcovers. This is A Fate Inked in Blood by Daniel L. Jensen. This is the first book in Saga of the Unfated. And it has sprayed edges. It says, her fate is inked in her blood, is carved in her bones. This power is Freya's destiny. And I've been seeing a lot of people read this and they loved it. So, makes me very excited. A shield maiden blessed by the gods battles to unite a nation under a power-hungry king while fighting her growing desire for his fiery son in this Norse-inspired fantasy romance. Sounds interesting. But I love the sprayed edges. So there's 2 books in here, both new releases. This one is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. This is her new series. I can't think of what the series is called. This is like the first print, so it has the mountains on the spine and they're all gonna line up at the end, which I am very excited about that. And there's also, I don't know if every book has this, but it's signed. I don't think it's like actual signed. And then there's like a map, and this one is about Ford and Rosie. And I am currently on the 4th book in the Chestnut Springs series, and I haven't seen Ford, but I've heard of him because he's a sibling in one of the books. But I want to make it through the Chestnut Springs series, and then I'll read this one because I think everyone that I've seen read this, they've given it 5 stars. So I have really high hopes. But this is Late Bloomer by Maisie Eddings. I saw this on TikTok and the cover is very pretty. I love all of the details and the flowers. Allie Hazelwood said Maisie Edding's writing is authentic, emotional, and intensely romantic. To me, it's like a Taylor Swift song in book form. So that's why I'm buying it. I think she quit her dead-end job and she buys a failing flower farm in Asheville, North Carolina. It sounds like Pepper states she's the rightful owner of the Thistle and Bloom farm and isn't moving out. So they strike up an agreement to cohabit and butt heads at every turn. So it definitely sounds intriguing, and this feels like it'd be perfect for spring and summer. I love books that take place with like flower shops or anything like that. That's why I bought it too. So we have 4 left and they're all pretty big packages. Okay, so the first one is Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. This is the second book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. This one is about Weston and Ada. She's a city girl who refuses to be saddled with a man. He's the cowboy who wants her anyway. I read Done and Dusted a month or so ago and loved it. And this is just like a small town cowboy romance. So I am going to eat it up if it has cowboys and takes place in a small town. So excited for that one too. And then we have Some Kind of Perfect by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is like the last book. I forget, is it like the what's the word? So I think we see all the characters in here. I am actually planning on starting the Addicted / Calloway Sister series soon. So this is the last one. I was just collecting the paperbacks as they come out. So it's not a new release, but it's new with like being in paperback form. And then also, this is also a new in paperback. This is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I actually gave the hardcover to my sister because I wanted all of them to match. And it bugged me having one in hardcover, which is going to happen again because Funny Story releases on April 23rd. That's going to be another hardcover, but it's fine. I love the yellow spine and it's just gorgeous. But if you haven't read this, this is about Harriet and Wynne, and they take a trip every year with all of their friends, but their friends don't know that they broke up. So they kind of start acting like they're still together and still married. But throughout the story, it's just a very beautiful story. And Emily Henry just knows how to write a very soul-wrenching and beautiful romance. Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. These are both on Kindle Unlimited as well. This one is it YA? I don't know. I don't even want to really look at this one because I don't want to spoil anything for myself. I know this takes place in like a different time period, so it looks like 2 rival journalists are able to talk to each other somehow. I think just through like a typewriter that has magical powers. It says it's an epic enemies to lovers fantasy novel filled with hope and heartbreak and the unparalleled power of love. And then this is just the second one that came out. I'm not sure how many she's gonna have in the series. I haven't really looked through what the series is about because, again, I don't want to spoil anything for myself. But I just wanted to buy the exclusive edition. So we have 2 left, which is sad, but there's a lot of good books here. So the first one is Mortal Follies by Alexis Hall. I'm not sure what this is about. A young noble woman must pair up with an alleged witch to ward off a curse in the irresistible sapphic romance from the best-selling author of Boyfriend Material. So this takes place in the 1800s. That's about all I know about it, but the cover is very pretty. That's how I'm going to justify it. And then this one is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. It came out a while ago, but now it's in paperback. This is just like a cozy fantasy. A professor journeys to a small town in the far north to study fairy folklore and discovers dark fae magic, friendship, and love in the start of a heartwarming and enchanting new fantasy series. Last one. Oh, there's a decent amount in here. First one is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. So this is the first book. I think, is this going to be a duology only? The second one is Two Twisted Crowns. A maiden must unleash the monster within to save her kingdom in this dark, lush, gothic fantasy debut. I've been seeing everyone read this and love it, and I felt left out, so I naturally bought it. But I only bought the first one, so I'm proud of myself for that, for not jumping and buying the whole series. And then we have Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver. This one is, I think, just 2 serial killers, but they kill other serial killers. It sounds very dark. I heard that if you don't like gruesome things and dark things, you're probably not gonna like it, but I want to try it anyways. So it says the viral Friends to Lovers dark romantic comedy full of murder, chaos, and sizzling chemistry. But the second one comes out in June, and it looks like there's different songs for each chapter, which is very cool. It also has a QR code that you can scan to have it open Apple Music or Spotify. I've never seen that before, where it's like per chapter. That's kind of cool. Okay, so there's that one. And then we have Trial of the Sun Queen by Nisha J. Tooley. This is a series. I only bought the first one again because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. But it says 10 women, a deadly contest, only one can win the Sun King's heart. But it's a romantasy. I'm not sure if it's YA or adult. I think it might be adult. Yeah, it's an adult novel that involves some death and blood and people killing each other. Okay, so that sounds interesting. And then the last book in this little unboxing is These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. This one is, I think this is YA. I'm like 90% sure this is a YA romance or romantasy. It says Bree would do anything before making a deal with the Fae. She makes a deal with the king himself to steal 3 magical relics from the rival Sealy court. Caught between 2 dangerous courts, Bree must decide who to trust with her loyalty and with her heart. And then the second one is These Twisted Bonds. I, again, only bought the first one because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but this one I've definitely seen a lot more about, and this has been around for like a few years now, and I think a lot of people have read it or at least have seen it. But yeah, that is the whole haul. Let's see how many books it was. 30 on the dot. And I still have, I believe, 3 coming until the end of this month. I just didn't want to wait any longer because I want to read a lot of these books. And it's very hard for me to just sit and stare at these packages. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please pray for my bookshelves because I don't know where these books are going to be going. I barely have any room, so I'm going to have to figure something out. Stay tuned. I will probably show my bookshelves in an updated video sometime. I just did a bookshelf tour, but I'm adding 30 more books on there, so it'll be interesting. But yeah, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!